Don't tell me those are galleys for your next bestseller.
Bite your tongue. No, actually, I borrowed everything Gail has on Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh, victims who sympathize with their kidnappers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, is Julie making any progress?
You know, I wish I could tell you, but I am still a therapist, so you understand.
I understand.
What are you up to?
Honestly, I was thinking about being pathetic and calling Scott and telling him I was glad he was out of jail.
Now, why is that pathetic?
Well, because the last time I saw Scott, it was very clear that he and Lucy are together.
Mm-hmm. Looks to me like you have a serious case of the poor me's.
Is there a cure?
No, there is no cure, but I can suggest a temporary soothing balm.
I'm listening.
Dinner at Mario's. Let me tell you, there is no problem that a serving of his lasagna vegetale cannot put back into perspective. My treat.
Oh, well, you're paying? I think it sounds like just what the doctor ordered.
Daddy!
Hey, come here, applesauce.
Are you free to go?
Oh, yeah, yes, I am. I have paid my debt to society.
And it's about time. I'm sick of this. I'm glad it's over with.
I still have to do the community service and all that, but I think now that I'm out of here, it's time to celebrate. Let's go to dinner.
Oh, but I have my Ladybug Troop sleepover tonight.
Well, that's important. We don't want you to miss that.
But you and Lucy could still celebrate.
What do you say, pal?
Well, Val, I would love to. So, where would you like to go to eat for your first meal as a free man?
Mario's.
Unfortunately, the result of mixing DL56 with Eve Lambert's flu virus is completely the opposite of what was expected. Instead of killing the virus, DL56 has somehow seemed to accelerate virus growth. According to the... What are you doing here?
Your new variation on DL56 sucks.
Well, you look fine to me. What's the problem?
I don't feel the same. And I can't help but worry that in your race to line your pockets, you might have forgot a few steps.
Such as?
I don't know, but I wonder if you've tested for any other side effects this drug might have on, say, I don't know, fertility.
Fertility?
Yeah. Does DL56 alter DNA? Does it affect sperm?
What? Do you mean, does DL56 cause birth defects? What?
It's the kind of thing we need to know before going public, or we're going to be up to our necks in lawsuits.
Wait a minute. This isn't about lawsuits or skipping steps in research. Julie's pregnant, isn't she?
If I didn't need DL56, I wouldn't come within spitting distance of you.
It's too bad, pal. You're stuck with me.
Julie doesn't know I'm still taking it. So she is pregnant. This becomes a very big deal.
Wait, if? She doesn't know for sure?
She hasn't been to a doctor, but she says she's sure. She doesn't want anyone to know about the baby. She's in a very fragile state of mind right now.
Oh, fragile. As in flipped out psycho serial...
Tell me what the damn research says!
Hey, you relax. Okay? Now look, there's been no change in your DNA. And of all the test animals, there's no mutations, no birth defects, nothing.
Good.
Who are you calling?
Kevin Collins. I need some help convincing Julie to take a pregnancy test. Yeah, hello, Victor. This is Frank Scanlon. Is Kevin around? He's on his way to Mario's. Okay, thanks a lot.
Good luck, Frank. You'll need it.
Oh, by the way, I borrowed some DL56 earlier.
What?
Yeah, you tamper all you want with the formula, but I'm going to take as much as I need until I get what I consider to be good results.
Frank, look. You'll screw up my research if you start taking more than the standard dosage.
Too bad. You're stuck with me.
Did you get your schedule changed so you can see Scott?
No, too much work to be done here first. Joe. Hey.
Hi.
So, how was Grandparents' Day at Neil's school?
Not the way I hoped.
What do you mean?
I told the Canaleses the truth about you being Neil's father.
You did what?
Courtney, how could he have done that without consulting Joe first?
The Canaleses kept going on and on about how they wanted to spend more time with Neil and how much Neil reminded them of John. I couldn't let those people go on believing that they had a claim to
You
him.
know what? You could have consulted me before you went ahead with this.
And I should have, Joe. But I didn't. I was really upset.
So how did they take it?
I don't think they believed me.
What if they tell Neil?
I asked them not to, and if they don't believe me, why would they? Besides, they do care about Neil. They wouldn't just go...
Drop a bomb on him like you did on them.
It's time for everybody to know. And I want the Canaleses out of Neil's life for good.
Courtney, they're the only family Neil has ever known.
Look, I don't like the way this is going down. Courtney, too many people know, and I don't want Neil finding out from somebody else. It is time that we tell Neil that I am his father.
I cannot believe Courtney had the gall to make up a lie about Neil not being John's son.
She hasn't changed. She's the same old Courtney.
Well, hello. How nice to see you both so soon again.
I hope we're not imposing.
No, not at all. Come on in. Come in. Take your coats off. Let's put them over there.
Yeah, Papu!
Oh!
Hi, sweetheart.
Is Courtney here?
No, it's just Neil and myself. Now, can I get you something to drink?
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you.
I'll get it. She's supposed to be taking it easy.
He is so happy to have you in town. Oh, it's really nice of you to be here.
It is. Though I have to think this is the place where our son died. If Courtney hadn't been so irresponsible as to bring Neil here without telling anyone, we might have our son with us.
I won't pretend to know what went on between Courtney and your son, but I can tell you that I watched Courtney sit vigil with her son when she thought he was going to die. And it was obvious that she's a devoted mother.
Here it is.
Oh, lemonade, my favorite.
Thank
you, dear.
Great.
If you want to take it outside, you could watch me shoot some hoops.
Are you good? You must be good to shoot baskets in the dark. And maybe you turned around and became a bat with night vision.
Papu, there's a light outside. Come on.
Okay.
We are celebrating tonight, so I want your very finest, bestest bottle of champagne.
Okay. The best? What are you buying?
You bet I am.
Well, in that case, Mario, keep it coming.
Kevin, I know you brought me here to cure the poor me's, but what is this? Shock therapy?
Ah, great Caesar's ghost. Our party has crashed.
What? Shouldn't we go over there and say something?
Why?
Because we're friends? You and Lucy going clubbing later?
No.
And since Lucy and I aren't together, I don't even have to pretend to like Scott anymore.
But we can't just ignore them.
Really? Watch me.
Would you look at that suit? Look at that suit Eve has on. It's like a cheap knockoff, I bet. It's not even flattering.
Well, why don't you go over there and look at the label?
No, of course not. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm still having a really hard time seeing Kevin with another girl, you know, especially Eve.
Well, start turning around.
I'm sorry. I just, you know that you probably are having a hard time seeing Eve with another man, too. Admit it.
No, I'm with you.
Why do you do that? Every time I have brought this issue up, you try to skirt the issue or just drop it altogether.
How do you know I'm skirting the issue? How do you know I'm not just serious?
Because feelings like that don't just disappear. You were crazy about Eve, and now it just goes up in smoke? I don't think so.
No, it's not just up in smoke. I still have feelings for Eve, you know. I mean, we went through a lot together. But I've been through a lot more with you, Lucy.
Yeah, that is true. But, you know what I think? I think that you like being with me because I'm safe.
That's a good one. You safe? I don't think so.
Just listen to me for a minute. I was Dominique's best friend, right? And we have an incredible bond on our own, but, you know, now the bond with Dominique and me, it's so special that you feel even more connected to your past because of that.
So?
So what I'm trying to say is when we fell back into whatever we've fallen back into, you know, romantically speaking, part of it's easy for you and very comfortable because it's a way for you to hold on to that past.
No, I'm not buying this fishing expedition here. First of all, you know, I mean, you went through hell and high water to break Eve and me up. You couldn't stand us being together. You were just jealous because you're crazy about me. And as far as this jumping, I don't think I did it alone. You were right there with me.
Yeah, I sure was.
Do you know how much longer Joe will be? He's doing a lumbar puncture. It takes a while.
Look, I know you're angry with me because I told the Canaleses about Neil without...
You got that right.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't meet with your approval, Karen, but with me, Neil always comes first.
No, Courtney, you're always putting yourself first. If you'd been thinking of Neil, you wouldn't drop that news on those two grieving parents in the middle of a second-grade classroom. Right now, Joe is too worried about Neil to see you for the self-centered manipulator that you are. But don't think for a second that you're fooling me.
Sorry it took so long.
No problem.
I wish I could go with
Me too.
you. I'll call you as soon as we break the news to Neil, okay?
Okay.
Dr. Montrone to the morgue. Dr. Joseph Montrone to the morgue.
I hope you don't think I'm trying, but I believe in being direct. I've been trying to make sense of something Courtney told us today.
What's that?
She said, my son, John, is not Neil's natural father. She said, Joe is.
Courtney told you that?
You haven't heard this before?
No.
I don't mean to upset you. You can imagine how my wife and I took the news. I'm trying to find out if it's true.
I'll go call Joe. I'll be right there.
Oh, you're good. Oh, good boy, good boy.
I'm taking any materials that have come in contact with the Eve Lambert flu virus and DL56 mixture and ensuring that it will be incinerated.
What's the mystery drug?
Oh, just a little solution I've cooked up. I'm gonna mark this one with a big old no-no label.
By the way, I borrowed some DL-56 earlier.
No. No.
I have told him about 100 times not to leave his things hanging around outside.
According to my mother, you're gonna have to tell him about 900 more times before it sinks in.
I was just trying to get hold of you.
What's up?
Where is everybody?
Who's everybody?
Well, Neil was out here with the Canalises. He was shooting baskets.
Well, their car isn't here.
Well, it was.
Mom, how long were you inside?
15 minutes. Oh, my God, they've taken him.
You know how much I love living at the firehouse, and you also know how much I love being part of your family.
I sense there's a butt here.
Yeah, you're right. There's a big fat butt. The butt is the only reason I moved into that firehouse is because my life was threatened, and now it's not threatened anymore. And the only reason I stayed in that firehouse is because you asked me to until you got out of jail. And look at you, buddy. You're out of jail.
Come on, Lucy. We didn't make any decisions when you came to visit me at jail.
Yeah, right. Well, if I stay there any longer, sooner or later, it's bound to get physical again.
I vote for sooner.
Stop. Stop. Now, for some crazy reason, love and marriage and commitment have become very important to me, and I don't think that a single dad like you can just move his girlfriend into his house with his child there.
Come on, you're not just like a girlfriend here. You're practically Serena's mother, for crying out loud.
I know, but if I were to move in permanently, what does that make marriage look like to her? What does she think of it then?
Well, it didn't seem to bother you when Serena was visiting you and Kevin at the lighthouse.
Well, no, but I didn't care then. I was just so excited to have her around. I wanted her in my life, so I was concerned, but I couldn't think about it. I didn't want to say anything. You've got to realize that Serena's confused still about why I didn't marry Kevin. And then I was living with Kevin, I was in his home, and now all of a sudden I'm living with you. She can't possibly understand the whys and what-ifs of all of that. And, Scott, you know I'd eventually move out.
You trying to needle me into a proposal, Lucy?
No, stop. I'm trying to be serious here. Listen, being safe is just not enough for me. And I think eventually it wouldn't be enough for you either.
Ah. You know, I think we just need to face the fact that Lucy and Scott are together. No one could have foreseen this 6 months ago. In fact, I thought Lucy and I would be married by now, starting a family of our own. But you know what? In a changing world, things change.
Boy, do they.
Yeah. It's just time to get on with it. Whatever it is.
Fine. Any ideas?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you and I seem to get along pretty well.
We do, don't we?
If I just forget my troubles and concentrate on what's in front of me, what I see is one of the most beautiful, entertaining, enjoyable women I've ever met. If I didn't tell you, I really liked kissing you after dinner the other night.
Well, in case I didn't tell you, I enjoyed it too.
Frank, what are you doing here? Are you okay?
It was a few minutes ago, and now I don't know. I must have caught that flu bug that's going around. Sure is a quick little sucker.
Maybe you should sit down. You know, let me put my stuff down. I'll give you a damn cloth.
I'll be okay and speak with Kevin. I'm busy.
Wait here, okay?
What are you doing here? Did the vial that you took from my lab, did it have a red sticker on it?
Yeah.
All right, I need it back. Don't worry, I brought you some of the old stuff to replace it.
All right, let's trade.
You already took some?
So what?
How long have you been feeling sick?
It just hit me.
Give me the vial. Give me the vial.
Now, let me see the good stuff first. This new stuff isn't worth squat.
Fine.
This is Kevin Newman. Tomorrow, join Lisa McCree and me for a step-by-step guide to de-stressing over the holidays. Plus more guilty pleasures for chocoholics, and Luciano Pavarotti joins us. That's tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Who will the virus infect next? Escape to abc.com and get a sneak peek at tomorrow's Port Charles.